Hi guys, I'm Alena and today we're going to learn Passé composé in French. So let's get started. So first let's know what is Passé composé. Passé composé is doing past tense in French. And it can be done in two ways with the help of two verbs, avoir and être. In this video, we are going to be doing passé composé with être. For passé composé with avoir, you can check the video in the description box or just click on the I button. Now, what is the difference in doing passé composé with avoir and then with être? In être, there are only a few selected words which are conjugated with être for passé composé and all the pronominal verbs. Pronominal verbs are those verbs which start with the se in the infinitive form. You can take the example of se brosser, which means to brush, and this is a pronominal verb. All pronominal verbs start with a se. And the selected verbs and pronominal verbs, all pronominal verbs are conjugated with être. And rest all of them are conjugated with avoir. Now, you just need to learn these set of words which are conjugated with être and tell you a very simple trick, and you can do easily passé composé without getting confused where to apply avoir and where to apply être. So now let's see how we do this. Now, as I told you that être conjugation is done only with a few words, and here is a list of those words. Now there's a very simple trick by which you can learn all these words. You just need to remember one word, which is over here. And the last one is here. I did not have space, so I wrote it over here. Now if you combine all the initials of these letters, you get the word Dr. Mrs. Vander Tramp. And this is the simple trick you need to know. Just remember Dr. Mrs. Vander Tramp and just take a look at all these words. You'll remember all of them and you'll not miss out any. It's not necessary that you need to learn them in order. It's just a way I have given you to remember all of these without missing anyone. So let's start with all the words. D for devenir, and its past participle is devenir. R for revenir, which becomes revenue. Monte becomes monte with an accent on E. Rester, same rester. All the ER verbs follow this rule that the R would be excluded and there would be an accent on E. Next one. Sortir becomes sorti without an R. Venir becomes venue. Aller becomes aller with an accent on E, just like the ER verb conjugation. Naître becomes ne. Descendre, descendu. Entre, entre. Retourner, retourner. Tomber, again tomber. All the ER verbs like rentrer, arriver, passer, like that all. And the last one over here, partir, which becomes parti without an R. So, devenir, devenue, revenir, revenue, monte, become monte, rester, rester, sortir, sorti, venir, venue, aller, aller, naître, ne, descendre, descendu, entrer, entrer, retourner, retourner, tomber, tomber, rentrer, rentrer, arriver, arriver, passer, passer, and partir, partir. And these were all the verbs which will be conjugated with être. Just remember this, it will help you a lot. Dr. Mrs. Vander Tramp. And just take a look at all of these words. Now to do passé composé with être, you of course need to know the conjugation of être. So just let's quickly revise it. It's je suis, tu es, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, and elles sont. Like this. For je suis, tu es, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, and ils, elles sont. And for avoir, it is j'ai, tu as, il, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils, elles ont. Zo, it would become il, elles ont. Without an S, it's ONT. Now, let's just observe these two sentences for a while. This one says, elles sont mélangées. And we can see mélangées, it is not in the Dr. Mrs. Van de Tramp list. That means it has to be conjugated with avoir, and as you can see, ONT, on, and it is feminine plural, and this is the conjugation of avoir. So we have done this sentence in passé composé with avoir. Let's see the next one. Elles sont montées. Here, the same subject, and this is sont. That means the conjugation of être, and this is monte, which is in the Dr. Mrs. Van de Tramp list. Now let's just individually observe the past participles. So mélanger, the infinitive form, without conjugation, if we see, it's mélanger, MELANGER, and this is monte, MONTER. Now if you observe, this is also an ia verb and this is also an ia verb. But if you see here, we have just stopped at the past participle, the rule which says to remove the R and add an accent on E. In this case, for the first one with avoir, we have just written the past participle. But if you see the one with être, there's an extra E and S present over here. Now what's the reason behind this? This is because when we are conjugating with être, we do one thing which is accord. In French, it's accord. And if you want to know it in English, it's a simple subject-verb agreement. Which means that the verb will be agreeing with the subject. But in avoir, that is not the case, whether it be feminine singular or plural or masculine plural, everything would be same. But in être, if it was feminine, we added an extra E for that. It was plural and we added an extra S for that. That means in être, you need to do subject-verb agreement. If it is feminine, you need to add an extra E. If it is plural, you need to add an extra S. And if it is both, you need to add both of them, like in this case. So always remember to do accord in être and only in être, which is the few selected words which I showed you in the last slide, Dr. Mrs. Van de Tramp, and pronominal verbs. Now let's learn how to do the negation of passé composé with être. Here our conjugated verb is sont and not monte. We have conjugated être. The verb is not sont, it's the conjugation of the verb être. So here être is the conjugated verb, and hence the ne and pas, which is introduced in negation, will wrap around sont and not monte, because monte is just the past participle. It's not the conjugated verb, and hence the negation for this would be elles ne sont pas montées. And it would be same in avoir. Or let's take another example of être. If it was il est devenu. Il est devenu. Now here would not this one. It's il. So il est. Here être conjugation of est, it would be il n'est pas. It would not be written like this. Ne est. The E would get cancelled. It's a rule, and it would become like this. N'est pas. The pas would be placed after it. N'est pas devenu. il n'est pas devenu. And if it was elles sont montées, it will become elles ne sont pas montées. And that is how you do the negation. We place the ne and pas around the être conjugation. So that is how you do negation in passé composé, and also remember to do accord in être verbs. Now let's learn how to do the interrogation. Now for written interrogation we can do in two ways, with est que and inversion. If you want to do it with est que, just write est que in front of the sentence and add a question mark. This is how simply you can do interrogation with est que. Now if you want to learn more about interrogation, just check out this link above or in the description box. Now if you want to do inversion, in inversion we just invert the places of the conjugated verb and the subject. First step, identify the subject and conjugated verb. Here our subject is tu and conjugated verb is est. It is the conjugation of être, passé composé. It is in the passé composé form. Now just invert these two and add a hyphen between. And just the rest of the sentence and a question mark. And that is how simply you can do the inversion. Now if you want to do negation and inversion, then just write ne and pas. But here you must have noticed that the ne pas not only is around est but also around tu. It's around the whole thing. This is because once we have inverted this, we cannot separate these both. So that is why the ne and pas will be around the whole inverted thing. And it would become ne tu pas rester à la maison. And that is how simply you can do the interrogation. For est que, just add est que in front of the sentence. And now if you want to do negation in est que, just normally negate this sentence. Tu n'es pas resté, and just write est que. Est que tu n'es pas resté. Simple. Inversion. Invert the places of the conjugated verb and the subject and add the ne and pas around the whole inverted thing. Like ne tu pas resté. That is how you do interrogation in passé composé. Now let's do a small exercise. In the first question, the verb is given and we need to know first whether we have to conjugate it with être or avoir, then conjugate it with the appropriate one and write it in past participle form. So just for the first two, we need to do in passé composé. Let's see how we do it. Vous dash venir du restaurant. Venir, it is in the Dr. Mrs. Van der Trump list. Yes, it is. So it is conjugated with être. First, vous. For être, conjugation it vous êtes. First thing done. Next, writing the past participle. For venir, it's venu. And now checking the gender and number. Vous, it is plural, so for sure and s is there. Now we don't know whether it is talking about a female group or a masculine, so you can write both. Either here you can write just s or you can even write es. Both are correct. Next one, elle mangeait un gâteau. Now manger, it's not in the Dr. Mrs. Van der Tramp list. That means it has to be conjugated with avoir. Now conjugation for elle with avoir is elle a. Manger past participle is manger with an accent. Now do we need to do accord here? No, we do not need to do it because it's avoir verb, and in avoir we do not do that. Let's see the next question. Here we have to do negation. Je suis allé à la plage. Very simple. The conjugated verb suis, which is the conjugation of être, it would be je ne suis pas allé à la plage. That is the answer. Next one, tu viens avec moi. Here, the sentence is given in present form. Now we have to do it in past. So, tu viens avec moi. First, we need to identify this verb viens. It is venir. Yep. The infinitive form is venir. And venir, like here also, it was in Dr. Mrs. Van der Tramp list. So it is tu with être, it becomes tu es, venu. Now here you can add an e or leave it as it is, both are correct. Avec moi. Tu es venu avec moi. Last one also, it is in present form. Let's convert it into past. Je lis un livre. Lire, it is the verb lire, which means to read. And lire is not in the Dr. Mrs. Van der Tramp list. That means it has to be conjugated with avoir. So it will become je lire. Its past participle is lu. J'ai lu un livre. And that is how you do passé composé. So that was all for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that you get notified every time I'm on YouTube. Also, check the description box for free worksheet with answer keys. I'll see you in my next one. Till then, take care and bye-bye.